Yo, come on, all nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we've done, what we is, and what we is here today, bringing you guys and girls some One Piece War Chapter 1070. Woo-wee, 1070. I'm fucking happy. I'm excited. I'm keen as a bean. Alright, this is the last chapter of 2022, meaning next year we'll be starting the 2023 season for all of our beautiful anime and manga. I'm damn keen, I'm damn excited. It's crazy that another year has passed, but here we are. So, happy holidays, happy new year if I don't see you and all that good shit. Right, I'm sure I'll stream and do other stuff between now and then, but if I don't, hey. Look after yourselves, enjoy yourselves in the seasons, alright? Just be happy, catch up on all your anime and manga and all that good stuff, and be sure to spend time with the family and all that good shit. But now that the formalities and the happiness is out of the way, we're going to get into the greatness. We have the cover of Shonen Jump here. It is, I'm assuming, is actually in relation to a musical. This might have something to do with Jump Festa, where they were actually announcing... Oh, by the way, Jump Festa... Ooh, some crazy news in Jump Festa, baby. Some crazy news in Jump Festa 2023. However, Uta is getting her own tour this year, or next year. Doing some, live performances or digitally live performances, and I'm assuming that's what this is, and that's why everyone's singing along karaoke style. Honestly, Itadori's looking kind of fucking like he's looking in on this sort of sing along. My dude's getting the soul in there. That's not even him. That's Sakuna, bro. Look at him. Sakuna's trying to crawl out to sing along with Uta there. Also love the way the Asta looks with his big old bicep. Gon... I don't know why. Gon's just looking like Donkey Kong. Like, just the humanified? Anthropomorphized. What would the flip it? Anyway, you guys know what I mean. But yeah, this is a cute little cover for Shonen Jump. Ooh, what do we have here? Chapter 1070. The most powerful beings. Is this chapter gonna have some in it? Some dragon in it? Ooh, some Mihawk? Maybe? The Oni? The most powerful beings. Maybe some Lunarian shit with the Seraphim, maybe? Yo, we got Mads looking mad clean. German 6/6's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 27. Promising scientists gather for the sake of the world and all mankind. Yo, this pacifist group looking mighty lacking in the pacifist role here. Wait a minute! Yo! That's Queen! Then Lord Farquaad looking motherfucker. That's Gangsta Gastino! Back in the quad days! Look at this man! Even Vegapunk looking like... Honestly, Vegapunk giving me them Walter White vibes. Like, he's gonna be sitting, what's the name of the, it's not Buck. What is it? Oh, maybe it is Buck. What's the name of the dude in Kill Bill? If someone knows Kill Bill, fucking help me out here on that. The dude that lives in the trailer. He looks like him, just like sitting back on his lawn chair, shoddy rays at the door, just waiting for someone to come through and just BANG! Kapilau. And is that Judge? Is that goofy, hunched looking ass dude Vinsmoke Judge? Because that's the Ichiji haircut there, and he's got the two in swirls on his eyebrows. But they're thick. He's got a bushy brow. Look at this man. And who's that? Is that Sora? Ooh. Ooh. who the lady is. But Queen Caesar, Vegapunk, and Judge are all tall brethren. They're all members of the not-so-short clan. Like, Queen is meant to be like... He's meant to be like 5 meters. Right? 5-6 meters. Caesar's easily meant to be 3 meters. Like, he's like same size as Doflamingo, if not high. Wait, how tall is Caesar Clown? Because I know that Jinbei is about the same height. Like, Jinbei's about the same height as Vegapunk with his head cut off. So, you know, that's like 3.5 meters tall there for Vegapunk. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's start with Judge. Judge is 2.7 meters currently. So let's say at most, this is back when they're young. So Judge being the shortest dude, call that 2.7 meters there. Because Caesar, how tall is Caesar? How tall is the gangster Gastino? Yeah, because Caesar is 3.1 meters tall. He's lanky, right? So this is back in the heyday when the other lads were a bit on the shorter side of things. So call that 2.7 meters there for Judge. That makes that a tall looking lady. Now, I don't know who the other fodder-looking scientists in the background are. I'm just going to assume that they're going to be no-name dudes that ended up getting dragged into the world government with Vegapunk and Caesar. But I wonder if that's Sora or Stussy. Because it kind of looks like she's got the bob cut. And Sora had long hair. But it'd be interesting if that's how Sora and Judge met. They were both scientists. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I almost forgot we were in God Poochie versus Gear 5. Sentomaru struck down. Battle axe, cure, thud. This man drops spewing blood too. Yo, I swear to fucking God. I swear to the maker. If my boy Luffy grabs Lucci's tail and pulls it in this arc, I'm gonna piss myself laughing. I'm going to break out in copious amounts of laughter. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. Don't underestimate me, mate. Oh, I read that wrong. Don't underestimate me. I thought it said don't underestimate mate me. Blah. I saw his attack coming, moron. I thought I blocked it. Oh. Oh, did he go through it? I thought I blocked it. You're tough, but I need you out of the picture. You outrank us in the command hierarchy. As long as you're conscious, we can't use the Seraphim. Yo, and he puts a hand up to block. And Luffy comes in. Gamu Gamu no booming white whip. The sound effects used for grand moments. It can also sound like dawn. Gum gum. Dawn. Booming dawn whip. That goes kind of hard. Fuck. If his naming scheme for stuff in Gear 5 is dawn. And look at this man's goofy ass face here. Ugh. I can't wait to see the panel from Jump Festa where he pulls the goggles out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to circle back to Sentomaru blocking Lucci's attack there. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, I can't slow down! Lucci! Yo, so Luffy sent Lucci flying into the wall, and now he's doing the Tasmanian tiger. Hurry, Luffy. We've got to get to Vegapunk fast if we have any hope of saving this kid. I spun too hard. I can't stop. Huh? Where are you going, Luffy? He's drilling into the ground too. The tune factor. Take shelter in the factory. Why is it when we finally start getting feats for Godhawk, it's through his child variation? Just give us the real deal. Give us the real deal, please. Oh, but yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He cuts down 7 different agents with one strike, but all of them in different areas. It looks like he just comes through and just goes like that. And it's just like all of them got hit by like invisible projectile slashes. That looks clean as fuck. Including cutting their weapons in half. Yo, and S-Shark comes in like he's my boy. Katakuri, Mr. Slam Jam, comes in, right, with the slam dunk, making it look like he's making mochi freaking donuts or mochi pudding and shit, like turning all the floor liquidy. Look at that. They're unstoppable, and if that isn't bad enough, we'd still lose if we found a way to destroy them. It's even more terrifying when you remember they're still just children. So the Seraphim are confirmed over Kaku and Stussy. Power scalers, take this and run with it. Vegapunk. That's the power I'm talking about. The one the shrimpy version of Jinbei is using. It's a Tsum Tsum fruit, right? That power belongs to Senior Pink, my sworn brother from the Don Quixote family. Only one person can have a fruit power at a time. So did he bite the dust? Oh, Frankie. Frankie asking the right questions. So you notice, that man is currently an inmate at... It rhymes. It rhymes. There's rhyme and reason, and it rhymes. So you notice that man is currently an inmate at Impel Down, huh? Wait, are you saying you made a copy of his fruit? So far, it's only been possible to manufacture zone fruits artificially. When Dragon gives the signal and Impel Down fucking flips and turns on the world government. Originally, it was Morley that made 5.5 in Impel Down. Originally, it was our boy Morley, back when he was a prisoner. Then he pissed off. Then Ivankov, the queen of queens, right? Everyone's favourite gal. Repurposed it without knowing about Morley. But now, our boy, Senor Pink is in there. Use your noggins, use your brains. When it comes time to escape, everybody, grab a hold of me. I will swim us out. Imagine all the Impel Down people, all the prisoners holding onto each other, daisy chain style. And Senor Pink is just swimming them through the ground. Out of the calm belt. And up somewhere safe. Or even just up the wall. Swimming up the wall so they don't have to go fight Magellan again. I see the little fucking pieces you're moving around, Oda. You can't fool me, mate. You can't fool me. So far, it's only been possible to manufacture zone fruit abilities. There's also Caesar's smile fruit method. However, I consider that unacceptable. Yeah, he could die 1,000 deaths and it wouldn't be enough. I'm fairly certain that with unlimited resources, even special types of devil fruits can be recreated. However, I have yet to confirm whether such synthesized fruits can be awakened. Ooh. Ooh. Oh! on Chili. Caesar improved on Chopper's Rumble Ball, which was a forced awakening. If Vegapunk goes with us and sees Chopper eat the Rumble Ball and go into his awakening form, that's going to give him the ability to awaken any artificial zone. Because Vegapunk is going to see this, replicate it, make it better. And then our boy Vegapunk is going to be able to artificially awaken any fucking zone. Potentially any devil fruit. I tried my hands at Logias, but they were trickier than expected. There's an alternative for paramecia types. I found you can synthesize a blood additive from a paramecia user's lineage factor that will grant their power once transfused. That's what you see running through their arms. That's the armband. I call it green blood. You're telling me you created blood? Oh, look at the little Seraphim Boa. Love mellow. Yo, that is either jailbait or it works on cuteness, because that might have been what Blackbeard was trying to do. It's like, you know, if you find him gross, he can love beam you, right? Otherwise, there's a jailbait conversation to be had there, Oda. Oh, he's using yes, a shock. Fuck. The Seraphim are the accumulation of my ideas. Ursa Shock. Yeah, that's a little Ursa Shock too, but look at it. The Seraphim are the culmination of my ideas. The peak of what our science can accomplish. They may very well go down as the most powerful beings in the history of the sea. So that's why the warlord system was abolished. Bro, are we going to talk about the men finding Boa attractive? It's either that she's a little kid, or the fruit makes her at any age attractive, or it's they find her cute, and anything, like, you can get the, like, anything that triggers a strong emotion, which it is implied that any strong emotion works for the love fruit to turn you to stone. So that's why the warlord system was abolished. Do you have any idea what you've let loose? So they're basically just navy weapons. Yes, and they pose a huge threat to us. Kia Sentamaru, sir. Are you still breathing? Please, fall back. Look at the Tom and Jerry hole in the f***ing wall that Rob Lucci left. Comes out, cracking his neck. I love how Rob Lucci's like, I'm badass. Let's go throw hands. I'll kill ya, yeah. Meanwhile, he's just getting treated like Tom getting bullied by Max the dog. Ooh. Yo, he shaves and he's going to get Sentamaru there. But Luffy comes mid-shave, trying to eat this man. Straw Hat. So he's got a Geppo away. Giant Luffy eating... The Toon Force is fucking real, ladies and gentlemen. The Toon Force is real. Yo, so he eats the ground, turns around and goes... Bleh, and spits all the rubble at Lucci. Lucci uses his arm and Haki to start smashing. Okay, and this is... Oh, and this is where we get to see it. Fucking finally. Luffy does not have glasses on here. He pulls glasses out of his hair using the power of imagination. Ladies and gentlemen, it is confirmed. Reality, manipulation, matter, manipulation, right? As Oda said, and has been hammering home to us, right? This ain't rubber. It's the power of imagination. And Luffy's slowly starting to, like, subconsciously understand it more and more. He's starting to understand that whatever he wants to do with his abilities, he can do. He's doing the Goku sunglasses look there. He's looking like little baby Goku with his sunnies there. The peace sign Goku. But. He still thinks that his fruit is the Gum Gum fruit. He still needs to learn and advance in Gear 5. He's still putting subconscious limitations on himself. Look at this man. Booming white rocket. So that also would mean booming dawn rocket. Yeah, and he shoots through, and look at that punch whip into Lucci's guts. Man rearranged this other grown-ass man's insides. What insane power. Yeah. I'm losing consciousness. Can't hold on. Yo, that's a callback to their other fight too, after Luffy whipped out Gear 3. Hurry, this way. The vacuum rocket is waiting. Hurry and get on. You have my gratitude. It's nice to see such a kind version of you, Hancock. You insolent dummy. I'm just following orders. Does Kid Boa have a crush on Jinbei? Oh my god, is Kid Boa just gonna have a crush on pretty much everyone? Whereas because she hasn't gone through the same trauma as adult Boa, so she's gonna be like like a proper tsundere sort of version of Boa. You insolent dummy! I'm just following orders, Kia. T-minus 1 minute to take off. Hurry, Luffy. Hurry, hurry. Please refrain from trying to board last minute. Straw Hat, I'm trusting you with Grandpa Punk. You got it. I'll get him off this island no matter what. Preparing for takeoff. Ooh, yo! And we've got the bloody rocket now. Yo. Whoa, yo, Bonnie wakes up last second. Like, Bonnie's just asleep. Starts taking off. Huh? What the shit? What? So fast, incredible. Huh? Where are we? Where's Vegapunk? You've come to stay calm. You've come to stay calm. We're on the vacuum rocket. And who the hell is this supposed to be? It's a long story. That's Luffy. But let's save the explanations for later. So every time Luffy comes out of Gear 5, he looks like that. Kia, the approximate journey time from the Fabrio stratum to the Labo stratum is 32 seconds. Inside the lab, we have reached your destination. So quick. Rocket. Hyper capsule. Yo, this is just reminding me of Capsule Corp now. All subsequent flights have been cancelled. The Frontier Dome has been fortified. I'm telling you, that whole island is taking off next fucking chapter. Look at that number. It was 66 when we showed up, 72 when the fight was beginning. It is at 99. Once it hits 100, that Sky Island is moving. The Frontier Dome has been fortified. Intruders have infiltrated. Be on high alert. To all lab workers, please remember to barricade the factory shelter properly. You have to hand it to him. Vegapunk couldn't ask for a better bodyguard. This is a real pity. Sentomaru. Yo, and Sentomaru's out, but crying as well. Our orders are to wait for the Marines. If we wait too long, they'll get away. They seriously want you dead. Isn't that a waste for the government? You're the smartest man in the world. And would you rest easy if you thought such intellect may turn against you? Not that I ever intended to do so, mind you. Oh yeah, I suppose it would make sense to snuff out a potential liability like you. Yeah, yo, Nami's looking at him just like, yo, screw this man. Oh, I love that. That barely looks like Nami, but the disgust on her face may be the best panel. How can you talk about snuffing someone out like that? An Emperor's crew showing up just as things come to a head. What a serendipitous twist of fate. I don't know what that word means, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. So you really wanted to come aboard our ship? Talk about heavy cargo. I'm all for it. I'll show you General Frankie and the Sunny. Are you ever going to unbind our feet, you senile geezer? Wow. Where are we? Quick, Dr. Atlas needs medical attention and repairs. We'll leave her to you. Where are you going, Bonnie? I'm going to make Vegapunk turn my dad back to normal. If he refuses, he's a dead man. Remind me to never make you angry. Is Bonnie gonna come with us? Oh my god, this fucking spread looks sexy! Block off every exit. Oh, look at this! Roger. There are 6 Vegapunks left, including the real one. Yeah, but that defense system of theirs sure is a tough nut to crack. I don't care. I won't let a single one of those rats scurry off the island. Yo, and you've got Seraphim Boa, Seraphim Jinbei, Stussy, Lucci, Kaku, Kuma, and the fucking baby Godhawk. Yo, this squad is looking mighty fierce. I see him. Oh my. So the Straw Hat crew has allied itself with Vegapunk. On paper, that should make for a straightforward escape. But boy, are they in for a surprise if they think it'll be easy. We'll proceed as planned. Get as many warships as possible to Egghead. The might of Navy HQ draws near. Yo, okay. The Straw Hats may be fucked. Partially, may be fucked. Because my boy Kizaru, he out here, he Yonko level. Don't try to play with me, alright? My boy's about to pull out and pull up, right? Luffy versus Kizaru. Incoming. Luffy versus Kizaru. Incoming. Zoro. Potentially. Oh. The problem is, who is the strongest Seraphim? And are any of the Seraphim technically stronger than Lucci? Because we know they're stronger than Kaku and Stussy. Meaning. If you've got like Kizaru coming in as a Yonko here, right? Who's the first mate? I'm gonna say Lucci for now. Let's say it goes Kizaru, then we got Lucci, then under Lucci, right? Fill in the role of the second commander sort of role. We have fucking Godhawk Jr. as a number 2. Sanji versus baby me. So, okay, Sanji's either gonna fight Lucci, which I don't think he would do the best against, or Sanji's gonna fight Godhawk Jr., which I don't know if he'll do the best against. And whoever Sanji doesn't fight, Zoro is gonna fight the opposite. Ooh. Then Jinbei versus Jinbei would be really interesting. It might be a bit of a cop-out, but I think it'd be really, really interesting. Kuma versus Frankie, where Frankie can't hurt the Kuma because of Bonnie. That would also be really interesting. And that fight accumulates with Vegapunk and Bonnie trying to do something with the Seraphim Kuma, potentially. Although we've got real Kuma showing up too, and he didn't appear this chapter. Leaving Robin to have to deal with Boa Jr. Brook versus Kaku. And Stussy versus Nami. Even though we're a Yonko crew, this actually potentially seems like a harder fight than what we went through on Onigashima. Although there's also is Bonnie gonna fight? And if KIZARU rocks up with any other backup of a high tier caliber. Although, mind you, I call bullshit because that fleet showing up, even though it's KIZARU and even though it's LUCCI, right? I'm fucking telling you right now. Scroll all the way up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay, it's not all the way up, it's all the way down. Where are we going? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where are you coming? Punk Records. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. Punk Records. The time is at 99. That whole island is going to start to move. Which means they're going to move over the top of the fleet that KIZARU's bringing. Fuck, but that may not be a problem. Because the Seraphim might be able to pick up the warships and fly. Or, if not, the Kuma Seraphim just gonna lift up all the troops up to Punk Records. So we're gonna... Yo, this is gonna be Onigashima 2.0. Like, honestly. An island floating through the sky, moving, while we essentially take on a Yonko crew. But from the Marine's perspective. How the shit did we just do Wano in like 5-10 chapters? What the... What? We just did a microcosm of Wano like that. If that happens. Like, think about that. The only thing is, there's not two Yonko here. Ooh, not two Yonko that we're gonna fight. Ooh, admirals. I should give them the respect. They're admirals. Right, what are you saying? It works on attractive, not cute. Which is also dark because Boa at 8 being sold off. Because she was bought and sold as a child. Yeesh. That's insulting to her, to be honest. I could see it being played out either. Right, I'm going to circle back to what I was talking about before, though, with my boy Sentomaru, because I need to break this down a little, because I'm a little confused. So, let's go to the previous chapter as well. Right down here. So you do see him with his palm out. So there was stuff happening in between those panels. Okay. Okay. I could be completely wrong on this, and this may be overcompensating, right? But looking at those two pages back to back, what actually looks like happened is LUCCI shaves incoming with the overarm strike with the right hand. Sentomaru puts his advanced armament haki block up, right? LUCCI hits it. He's unable to penetrate going over. So what he does is he slips his hand under, comes underneath the advanced armament, right? So he goes past the invisible shield. He comes underneath, and when he comes underneath, he comes up and slashes up with the handgun, and that's how Sentomaru got injured. Judging at that. And then once he's come under and up, LUCCI turns around and comes in with another right hand slash. And then Sentomaru obviously goes to put his hand up to block, but LUCCI punches him. Because you got to kind of read it from last chapter as well. You know what I mean? So it's a mix of the both. Because in this chapter, Lucci's clearly coming in overhand. In the last chapter, when he did the handgun, it clearly came from underhand as a swipe up. So clearly he comes in over, gets blocked, drops his attack under the block, slashes, follows through. Because we have seen it in the past where the advanced armament haki actually just cannot be defended. Like, it's impenetrable, right? Regardless of how strong your haki is, it's impenetrable. What can be done, though, is your body holding the advanced haki out can be overpowered. We see that with the Boa sisters all the way back in Amazon Lily. Yo, Sage, good to see you, my guy. How are you? What are your thoughts on the chapter? Are there any crazy things that I've missed in the chapter? There was both so much and not a lot in this chapter. I'm really hung up on Young Queen, though. Like, Young Queen looks like he should join the Kid Pirates. Like, honestly. And then Young Caesar is looking like a freaking Farquaad of a guy. Like, it is. He looks like one of the sheep people from Sky Island. Which I wonder if that's part of his lineage factor. But I'm curious as to who this is. Yo, okay. Stussy's in this chapter. Does that look like Stussy from behind? Because Stussy wears the fishnets. With the girder that holds them up. Stussy wears the fishnets with a girder that holds them up. And that... This girl's wearing the stockings with the girder that holds them up. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you know what? Crackpot theory coming out of nowhere right now. This woman is going to be one of three people. It's either going to be Sora, which I'm not leaning into. It may be Stussy because it's the same style. But I think there's one more person that we don't know about yet. That it makes sense for them to be hiding. And it makes sense, would fit into this timeline and story. And that is Jewelry Bonnie's mother. And how Jewelry Bonnie and Kuma used to come to Egghead and are familiar with Vegapunk. I reckon that may be Bonnie's mum. And Kuma falls in love with her, hence how he starts to have connections with these guys and that. Eventually the mum passes away, Kuma keeps Bonnie, raises her, he's a dad, all that sort of thing. And then, full circle, Kuma gets captured by the world government, comes back, gets dragged into Vegapunk. Vegapunk looks after his old friend's partner the best he can, right? He still has to experiment on him, but he can at least, it's better to be in the company of someone you know in that regard. That makes a lot of sense. Also, the other scientists in the background, they remind me heaps of the 20 Doctors from Drum Kingdom, for some reason. Also, something to note is the clouds actually do physically, powder off Lucci and Luffy. There's little clouds that, taper off when they move too fast. Also very interesting is when Luffy uses armament haki seemingly in Gear 5, it's not shown like normal. It's shown by the black hardening inside the vivid white lines. Oda is doing the same thing again, forcing us to focus on Egghead and not telling us anything about Lord Sabo except... Okay. Maybe that means it's time for us to address... Sage, you're on the money there. maybe that means it's time for us to address Jump Festa 2023's message, where Oda said, right, if he had to put a title on the manga in 2023, it would be an all-out battle royale. That person and that person are going to fight. I sure hope no one dies. The way this chapter ends, I wonder if it's meant to be Luffy and Kizaru, and it's like a remaking of Sabaody, but also paralleling what we just had in Wano, right? Because they're going to parallel the Marines to the Yonko in that regard. But at the time, it's like, anytime you hear about one person and one person meeting and fighting, right? I feel like everyone just goes, it's going to be Blackbeard and Shanks, right? That could happen, potentially. I would love to hear people's thoughts on that. Sage, let me know as well if you hadn't heard about the Jump Festa stuff. I'll go through it if you want. But Oda is focusing on Egghead, but like I was saying, the stuff that we're focusing on Egghead is wild. Because we got, essentially, right, a Mihawk, a Boa, a Kuma, and a Jinbei here on the enemy side. We've got 4 Warlords on the enemy team here. 3 CP0 members. And we're about to have an Admiral come. You haven't? Okay, let me whip this up for you. I've got it on my Twitter, so if you don't follow me on Twitter, be sure to do that. Just because I post a lot of One Piece news and I retweet a lot of One Piece news, including theories and stuff like that out there. The link to my Twitter is in the link tree down below. Click the link tree, follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, all that good stuff. You can check out all that stuff. But if you scroll down a bit, because I've done a few posts since I did this, but in Jump Festa, let's see. Here we go. Hello everyone who attended Jump Festa and everyone watching the show at home. This is Ichiro Oda, the world's greatest diva, or something like that. This year, the Wano arc came to an end. The main story started picking up. The One Piece film Red movie became a bit of a hit, so it's been a really crazy year overall. All the staff always scream of happiness. Uda-chan will also appear in the Red and White song battle. We hope you enjoy her TV tour, since it'll only be available for a limited period of time. The card game has also been a huge hit. The other day I asked my staff if we could get some cards, but they told me we can't get a hold of them. Can you believe that? It's been 25 years since the start of serialization. And it's been such a long story. But I'm also really glad that recently more and more young readers picked up this work. I was really excited when the final arc of the series started and encouraged people to get excited about it. But I have no plans to wrap up the series anytime soon, so you can relax and read it with ease. Next year, important here, next year the video game we have been working on for 6 years, One Piece Odyssey, will be released. We will also prepare different stage events. And the Hollywood live action is also in production. We are currently going through the rough drafts for Season 1. There's been a lot of work behind the scenes, but I was the most worried one during the process. But it's really great. And next year, in the original manga series, a clash between that person and that person will take place. That's where the story is heading. If I had to name it somehow, it'd be a great battle royale. I hope no one dies. Please look forward to One Piece next year. So that's the Jump Festa news that Oda dropped, right? And he's pulling up and he's coming through and he's living up to his word, right? Because we have some fucking wild shit happening. That is for sure. I mean, like I said, if you're looking at this from like a strictly like trying to power scale it standpoint, right? You have a Yonko crew trying to protect one asset. You have a third party in the form of Bonnie, right? And another third party in the form of the real Kuma who's coming to this island seemingly, right? On the flip side, you have a Yonko level person in the form of KIZARU. first commander level person in the form of LUCCI, right? Then you've got a Mihawk, Boa, Kuma, and Jinbei, Seraphim, right? All of them have Lunarian DNA, so all of them are easy commander level people, right? So you've got the equivalent of a Yonko first commander, a Yonko first commander, 4 other top tier commanders. Then you've got another 2 CP0 members, and then potentially any other backup that Kizaru's bringing, whether that's a vice admiral or rear admiral or whatever the hell it is, right? So that right there is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 top tiers in the world government side against the Straw Hats and their crew of 10, right? There are certain people that just don't really... They don't tend to beat people like this. I'm looking at you, Usopp, alright? But, shit's about to get wild in the new year. Like, crazy wild. And that's not to mention more stuff showing up, right? And I mean, another thing that we haven't really talked about yet, which could be really interesting for the next couple of chapters, right? Luffy's got immediately old, right? Luffy's got immediately old again and exhausted after Gear 5, right? The first time, he went old mid-fight and then re-hyped himself back up and kept going, right? It'd be really interesting if Luffy can only go Gear 5 once a day. And although he gets fatigued, he can keep it up as long as he wants, but the second he lets it go, right, he's out for the day in terms of Gear 5, right? So that'd be really interesting if he just wasted his Gear 5 on LUCCI and has Kizaru hot on his heels. Ooh, ideas are circling. Battle Royale. Battle Royale means it's not a 1v1. So it isn't Mihawk and Aokiji. I guess that person, if I have to guess, it has to be the person that Caribou was talking about. Well, it could be in reference to Luffy and Kizaru, right? Because that message would be in reference to, say, the last chapters of the year, right? And the last time Luffy met Kizaru in the canon story was Sabaody and Marineford, right? And technically speaking, Kizaru and Kuma gave the Straw Hats their only genuine defeat in the story, right? So I could see a really interesting story play out where if Egghead, because it's at 99%, Egghead actually lifts up and starts moving, like the Punk Record starts moving like a little ship, kind of like how Onigashima did, which would be fitting and ironic because Onigashima was a giant skull that was lifted up and floating and moving, right? Whereas Punk Records is a giant brain that was picked up, floating and moving, right? But instead of Luffy and that raiding it, it's the flip side where the Yonko equivalent is raiding it, where you've got all the people down here. So you've got LUCCI, Kaku, Stussy, and the Seraphim, and then Kizaru, anyone else Kizaru brings, trying to fly up and raid them while they're slowly trying to get as far away as they can, knocking them off or knocking them back until the Straw Hats can maybe coup de burst and bail out of the way and get away from, say, like the warships and stuff like that. So it'd be really interesting because you see how that's being paralleled near well immediately. But in this regard as well, although the world government's the bad guys, they're also being set up in the same sort of position that the Straw Hats were the last arc. So I wonder if that's implying or trying to give the uneasy feeling that they're going to be the ones to win when really they may lose. I don't really want Kizaru to go down this early in the story, and I know it's late in the story, but like I don't know if I want Kizaru to go down before the final arc, right? But I also could see the reason we're going up in the sky for this little bit of the arc and for this fight is Kizaru being up in the sky above the clouds, and maybe we get to see the first ever Logia awakening with Kizaru. Ooh, coming in the new year is gonna be hot. Hot, hot, hot One Piece. I'm excited. I'm loving it. It's getting all the right places at the moment, I reckon. Also, chapter notes here brings up an excellent point. Is every time they say what in Luffy's attacks in Gear 5, the suffix for it in Japanese can also be read as dawn. So, I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Chat. Do you see this right here? Right in the middle half of the page. Next to this close-up on Luffy's face, right? The ahaha after what insane power. The yahaha. Look at Luffy's face there. Gear 5 Luffy, look at his eyebrows. Scroll back to the cover page. Those are the same eyebrows that Judge has. Yo, I wonder if Joy Boy, back in the day, may have been a far distant ancestor of the Vinsmokes. Weird connection, but yo, look at that. Because Oda's always hidden Judge's eyebrows, and every single time we've seen him, now he finally reveals Judge's eyebrows in a flashback. And they look identical to Sun God Nika's. And we know that Judge was all about genetic manipulation. And then you've got all the SBSs that Sanji's eyebrows are the 8th mystery of the One Piece world. There may be something to that. I don't know what. I may tweet about this in a little bit. That's freaking odd. Unbelievably odd to me. Alright, look. I don't know when the discussion is going to be for this chapter because of Christmas. I also don't know when the top 50 stream is going to be because of Christmas and New Year's and all that good stuff at the moment, right? But look, what I will say is this was a fantastic chapter. I loved this chapter start to finish, right? I'd give this a really good 8 out of 10. Really, really solid 8 out of 10. But what I will say, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for more notifications for content like this, give the video a thumbs up and all that good shit, right? And keep an eye out for when I post the schedule for the stream for the top 50, right? And I don't know if it'll be this weekend or maybe, say, early next week, but there will probably be a delayed discussion for this chapter this time around, right? It is what it is. It's out of my hands. But yo, that is wild. So many little things set up in this chapter. Like, dude, and I'm so excited to have KIZARU show up, but so many little things. And potentially Sentomaru's dead, but Sentomaru may also get back up and flip. And that's not even mentioning the Futurama vacuum rockets, where it looks like they're sucking air to expel it out. And they've got, like, travel tubes. Yeah. This chapter was good. Alright. I'm going to wrap the stream up there. Right, let me know what your thoughts were in the comments down below. Or if you want to talk more about it off stream. Alright, hit up the link tree in the description down below. You can follow my Twitter, my Twitch, my TikTok, and join the Discord to talk anything anime and manga related down there. So be sure to do that shit if you want to keep the conversation going or if you want to be part of it. Alright, now that that has been said, peace, nothing but love, nothing but respect. have a damn good day. Until the next chapter or until the next video of mine you watch, whether that be the discussion or the top 50 stream, peace, nothing but love, nothing but respect. Have a damn good day. Goodbye.